We're looking at tracking expenses. What is it about that you want us to talk about? Tracking expenses.
Benjamin Franklin once said, beware of small expenses because a little leak can sink a ship. So the goal of this topic, expenses, will be one, be aware of expenses in our lives. Some of us, if we are to take a stock about the first stimulus check that we received, we will struggle on where the money went because majority of us don't keep track about our expenses. So the focus of this teaching is number one, to be aware of all the expenses in our lives. We are going to learn the four major types of expenses, and we will look into several ways, strategies on how we can reduce each one. Now, let's get going. If you look at life in general, every human being on this planet wants more money as much as we want more love, more joy, more happiness. The same thing applies to money. No one wants to be on the bottom. Nobody wants to live a life without money. So if you think through it, you will see that there are basically two major ways in which we can increase our money. There are two ways in which we can increase our money. We can increase our money, one, by reducing expenses in our lives. When we reduce expenses, we will have more money available, that we will have more money available to do what we want to do. And number two, money is increasing of income. Now, it is much easier to reduce expenses than to increase income. It is much easier to reduce expenses than to increase income. Life in general, all the events in our life can be grouped into two main events: those that we have full control of and those that we don't have full control of. And expenses fall under the events, activities that we have full control of. It is so strange that sometimes we neglect things that we have full control of, expenses that we have full control of, and we complain. Then we try to complain about things that we don't have control over. So my encouragement this morning is to one, let you know that expenses in our lives, we have full control over them, and we will tackle them one at a time. Now, let's look at why do we have to reduce our expenses? Why should we think about ways to reduce our expenses? Number one, when we reduce our expenses, it will help us to avoid impulse buying. Impulse buying, buying things that you never thought of, buying things that you haven't actually planned to buy. And these things happen to a lot of us. We go out and we will come back with a lot of things that we never thought of, a lot of things that we never planned. Why? Because the desire to spend is greater than the desire to save. Desire to spend, desire to shop, always greater than desire to invest. That is why some of us, we have thousands of reasons we can't invest money. We have a lot of reasons why, because we think about the bills, we think about the spending, we think about the shopping. When one of the ways that we can avoid or overcome this desire to spend always shopping is making sure that you are aware of all these expenses going on. Another reason is we will have money available. Basically, as you control your expenses, money will be available. You will spend according to what you have planned, what you have decided, what you value, and not spending randomly. And when you live or spend your money based on your value or what you have planned, you will see that you will live your life below your means, below your income. You don't want to live above and beyond your income. And one of the ways to live below your income, below, is being aware of your expenses. And of course, as money becomes available, we will be able to what? We'll be able to invest, we'll be able to put the money into other things. And number three, why we should control our expenses is to control our credit, to control our both credit worthiness. Some of us, our credit, we can't have control over it, and we blame the credit card companies. The credit card company haven't done anything. It's because of our spending. If we control our spending, believe me, we will see the credit card companies as partners who are willing to partner with us to grow our wealth. So, three reasons why we should control our expenses, to avoid impulse buying, to make more money available and trade, to have full control over our credit worthiness. And as you all know, here in America, it's almost impossible to achieve financial freedom without having full control over your credit.